Hey y'all, I'm coming today to talk about week 11 and just a little bit of week 12. When I shoot in here, it's better lighting. So behind me is the treadmill, and that is my husband's Florida State Seminoles flag because we are Florida State Seminoles house. So week 11. Week 11 was pretty much the same as week 10. The nausea, the vomiting, it was calming down. As far as my breast, um, They were they're just sharp stabbing pain. It's only every now and then now, which is great. But my breasts are like huge. I mean, even bigger than they normally are. Um, so that's really pretty much everything about week 11. I mean, there's really nothing really super eventful. But oh, one thing that I will say in week 11, even though the nausea and the vomiting, was coming down just like week 10, I am still hot. Um, I said it in another video, if I'm not mistaken. My mother has passed away, but she would tell me that with all of her pregnancies, with, me and my two brothers, she was always hot. I did talk to my doctor's office about it. The lady made a little joke and she was like, "Well, sweetie, the only thing you can do for hot, for being heat, have like bad heat flashes, um, is to just get in the refrigerator." And I wouldn't necessarily say it's heat flashes because I'm always hot. Um, I mean, I'm always hot. Like if this weather is really yo-yoing, um, I mean, it's kind of acting crazy. One minute it actually feels like winter, and it's down, 20s. The next minute, one week we're in 20s and snow, and then the next week we're high 60s, low 70s. Um, so yeah, this weather. But even the days when we're in the 20s, if we have the heater on in the house, which is on now, it just came on. If we have the heater on in the house, I'm hot. Um, and I guess I feel bad because I guess I don't notice how cold it is in our house sometimes because I'm always hot. But my poor husband has, kind of getting a little cold. Um, I mean, but I have to accommodate him also. Even though he tells me, "Oh, babes, I'm fine," when he walk around in a terry cloth robe, with his full pajamas on all day, So what I'm doing now, cause like one night I was actually scared. One morning I should say I woke up and I was in like a puddle of sweat. I mean it was bad. I had sweat running down my back, like oh my, it was really bad. So what I did was, I didn't do it last night cause he tricked me. Um, but the previous two nights I've been actually sleeping in our living room, which my husband hates. Um, and he kind of feels bad that I have to sleep in the living room, but I'm like, I don't mind. It's not because the bed is not comfortable. The bed is way more comfortable. It's because I'm extremely hot. And if I sleep in the living room, if you hear something, it's the blinds from the heater on. If I sleep in the living room, it's a larger room than our bedroom, and our bedroom door is closes the heater, the air, it'll close the door and it gets pretty warm in there. Now, if I wasn't pregnant and it was just it's just regular wintertime, that would be great. But me being pregnant, anything, even having the temperature at 70, um, just a baseline of 70 is hot to me. 70 might as well be 80 to me. So I'm sleeping in the living room because I can have the heater can be on for him, and I can have a stand-up fan that is right in front of our back door. So any little air or wind or anything that like creeps in under the door, anything, it'll suck through that fan and it'll hit me. So throughout the night, the fan is constantly on. Um, Downside to that is like at night, when the temperature is a little bit higher, outside, I'm okay, but by the morning, and the temperature has severely dropped overnight. I wake up some mornings and I'm kind of sneezing a little bit because the fan has constantly been blowing on me. But I honestly would rather be cold than hot at this point, because being hot is just no. So week 12. So that's and technically you could say I started sleeping in the living room technically in week 12. Because we're 12 weeks, like 2 days, 2 or 3 days. So everything was going okay. I was, looking and I'm researching and I'm kind of doing a little countdown. Like, hey, once you get out of this first trimester, you know, I don't know what honestly, y'all, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that it was just going to be like, just going from what people have told me, it was just going to be like I'm running through the field of lilies or something with this morning sickness. Like, I really expected it just to, well, I guess my body said, well, we just gonna remind you I'm gonna remind you. And this baby said, I'm gonna remind you what I can do, because that 12th week, like exact day, y'all, I felt like I was back in week 7 or 8 or 9. It was bad. I threw up everything. I only ate twice because everything I ate or I drunk, I threw up. I even water. Like the last thing I did, I threw up water and stomach acid, because I really didn't have anything on my stomach. Yeah, so that has not been fun. Um, at first, I thought, I was like, well, maybe I'm getting dehydrated just from looking at some of the symptoms. But I am trying to maintain water, because some days are better than others. I'm not gonna lie, but I am really really trying to make sure I get in water. My doctor's office, because we are still technically under a fertility clinic, they are they all about hormones. I talked to them about water. They said, look, you get as much water as you can, but if you drink just milk or juice or something like that, like 100% juice, that's fine. So don't beat yourself up over water. So I'm like, okay, but I'm still drinking water. Um, what else? We're like I said, we're almost in week 13. We go to the doctor in a few days to get another ultrasound and check on the baby. Um, and I'm really excited. As far as my husband, we are now in the talks of what are we going to do about his orders, because I've said it before, my husband is in the military. He does have orders for us to go overseas, but right now my fertility doctor, I'm classified as high risk. It's going to be up to when we start going to a regular doctor if they continue to classify me as high risk. But like my husband's higher ups and stuff, they're wanting to go ahead and get the process started to pretty much push back his orders, because the flight, like, we wouldn't have enough time to try to get everything together to fly out before the cutoff for me to fly pregnant. And if I'm still classified as high risk, and we don't really want to wait to the last minute, because we don't know if we're going to be released to a regular doctor, in a week or two, or what if they say, no, we're going to keep you another month. I mean, so we really don't know. So it's better, especially when it comes to the military and with orders and stuff like that, is if you can do stuff early, do it early. I mean, so it's really not really, as long as he doesn't lose his orders, that's fine. There's really no huge downside to us staying here and having the baby here. There's really not. Because our families would be, my grandmother would be able to come up, my mother-in-law would be able to come up. We would be able to do a dedication at our church. So none of that is downside. So it's we fine either way. What else? Yes, I did say that some stuff that I'm going to talk about, it's stuff that people don't normally talk about. I'm going to be honest. I did see one lady, I was looking at her video, and she was talking about her nipples, and she was talking about how they looked. And y'all, it's so funny. Like, my husband and I, like, my husband's been seeing I'm just going to say titties. He's been seeing my breasts, titties, whatever you want to call them, since before we was together. I mean, I have said this in another video, like one of my very first videos I ever did. But my husband and I met. I was 10, he was 9, and we were best friends for 17 years before we ever got together. Like we took trips together. We partied together. Women he dated didn't like me. Men I dated didn't like him because they thought we were together, but we weren't. And he's seen my body. Like he was my best friend. So if something didn't look right or whatever, I was like, hey, look at this. Even before we got together. So now my pregnant body is second nature. I mean, this is something that we're used to even before we were, together. So it's funny because I swear, like every couple of days, I'm like, babe, look at my breast, look at my nipple. And this morning, oh God, it's so funny. This morning, he had just come in from doing PT, and he got in the shower and he was, eat breakfast and then go head to work. And I was going to take a shower after him and go to the church. And I have to sleep. Like I don't have on a sports bra now. I have on like a real bra, but I sleep in a sports bra. I can't sleep in like a firm bra like this, but I sleep in a sports bra because I can't sleep braless. That's not an option. So when I took the sports bra off, I looked and I was like, ew, babe, look at my nipple. And he was like, why I look crusty? And I'm like, I don't know. And, he kind of made a face. And I was like, look, this is my nipple. Only I can make that face. He was like, well, you made the same face. But I'm like, only I can make the face. But I did see in another girl's video, she was talking about her nipples and how crusty they look. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm researching and I see that like around, I think it said 15, 16 weeks, the colostrum or whatever starts to come in your breast, and that's when they can start leaking. My dog is barking. If y'all hear something, I'm about to go get her. I don't have that. I'm not that far along, but my husband's like, babe, I think your breast already leaking. I think your nipples already leaking. So y'all, I don't know, but that was our comic relief this morning. Yeah, because it was like, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if I said it, but the couple of days when I hit 12 weeks and I was really, really sick and I was throwing up everything, it caused me to lose like another 2 pounds. So at this point, I've almost lost 20 pounds at this point. But everything is fine with the baby, so I'm fine. And like everything that I've actually seen, I see that doctors actually recommend some women. I mean, I think normally they way bigger than me, but some women to lose weight during their pregnancy. So, but as long as nothing is wrong with my baby, I'm fine. As far as cravings, I did want to say this because I don't think I ever talked about cravings. I crave nothing. Well, let me take that back. I don't crave candy, chocolate. Chocolate gives me heartburn. Chips, snacks, none of that. Like one of the girls I went to school with is pregnant, and she jokes all the time on Facebook about and post videos of her just eating snacks, but she's really fit. Like she was a drill sergeant in the military. She's still in the military, but she says she craves snacks all the time. Even though she'll go, I mean, she's farther along than I am, and she'll go out and run 2-3 miles, but she just eats snacks. Like y'all, seriously, I cannot. If I eat like if I even try to eat junk food, a decent amount of it, like a big bag of chips, like I have to get the little chips. It's like 30 cents a bag. If I try to get a regular size bag of chips at like $1, I'm not gonna make it. The only thing that I can honestly say, if I really think hard, that I'm craving, which is silly, is fruit, specifically strawberries. Yes, I've always loved fruit. I mean, but this is not the only thing. I mean, I've always loved pickles too, and I have to make myself eat pickles. But fruit, like I said, especially strawberries. Like I can eat. You know how you get like the small carton of strawberries for like $2-3. I can eat a carton a day, and I can eat a whole thing in one sitting. So what I do is I'll eat like half for breakfast or lunch, and then I'll eat half for dinner. Like y'all, the strawberry craving with me is real. But that's a good craving. There's nothing like, even my husband says he feels like it's good, that I'm not really gorging on like, candy and stuff like that. I mean, honestly, I can't. I'm not knocking nobody. Honey, pregnancy is a time for you to somewhat enjoy yourself. I mean, for me, I'm not really trying to go there because I'm already a bigger person and I'm not trying to gain no 50, 60 pounds. But I honestly, at this point, like I told him, I don't know if it'll change. Like as I get, farther along, I don't know if it'll change. But as of this point, this is a quote unquote healthy pregnancy because the only thing I'm craving is fruit. And that's it. So y'all, I do thank y'all for listening, and watching. Like I said, we have a couple of days and then we'll be going to the doctor, and we have less than a week and we will be officially in our 13th week. This has been a journey. This has been an experience. But I won't complain. I refuse to complain because this is something that this is a blessing, and I honestly refuse to complain. So anyways, y'all, I do thank y'all for listening, and these videos should be getting posted pretty soon now since we're almost at that point. But thank y'all for watching.